Good morning, everyone. So, today we are going to start with unit number 1, that is ancillary services of banks. This is chapter number 1 from grade 12th banking. So, first of all, the meaning of ancillary means additional services that are provided in support of the primary activities of a bank. So, if we talk about primary activities of a bank, that means the primary functions of a bank. But there are two primary functions of a bank: accepting of deposits and advancing of loans. So in order to support these functions, there are some additional services that are provided by the banks. So today we are going to start with the first ancillary service of a bank, that is safe custody of valuables. So safe custody of valuables, meaning of custody means taking care of or keeping something safe. So it is the safekeeping of important or valuable documents in a bank. Got it? So here valuables means we can say shares, we can say debentures, any certificates, property papers, or we can say partnership deeds, etc. So this type of service is a fee based income of a bank. Next is bank takes charge of goods, articles, securities as bailee, not as a trustee or agent. So whenever a customer he keeps his valuables with the bank, that time a relationship between the customer and a banker establishes, and that relationship is of a bailer and a bailee. Here the bailer is a person or a party that delivers the goods to another person. Bailee is the party to whom the goods are delivered. So from this view, if we see the relationship of a banker and a customer, here the bailer is the customer is delivering the goods to the bailee, that is the bank. The bank is accepting the goods that are delivered by the customer. Goods are kept in a sealed box and the box is handed over to the bank by the customer. So there is a contract between a customer and a bank. That contract is known as bailment. So let's see what is bailment. It is a contract for delivering goods by one party to another to be held in trust for a specific purpose. So now the customer is trusting the bank. There is some specific purpose of the customer for keeping the valuables with the bank. When that specific purpose is over, after that the bank will return back the goods to the customer. So here the parties are the bailer and the bailee. Bailer is the customer, bailee is the bank. So when a customer gives a sealed box to the bank for safekeeping, the customer becomes the bailer and the bank becomes the bailee. Now when the goods are returned back to the customer, that time the bailee is the customer and the bailer is the bank. Opposite. Next is we have the definition of bailment according to Indian Contract Act section 148. So same as we have discussed. Next is essentials of bailment. What is important, what is essential for the contract of bailment? Goods. Second is delivery. So the goods should be delivered from one person to another person, that is essential. Then delivery includes physical delivery. The customer goes into the bank and the customer hands over the box to the bank officials. Second is constructive delivery. Delivery means I am transferring the title by law. Still the title is not transferred, that is, it is the intention of transferring ownership, but it has not yet happened from legal perspective. Symbolic delivery, we can say the delivery by gift or sale when it is inaccessible. So if I say my father is gifting me a house cannot be taken from one place to another place, but what it can be, the keys of the house. So handing over the keys of a house is a symbolic delivery. Next is we have duties of bailer. So in case of bailer, here bailer is the customer. So bailer he should disclose all the faults in his goods. Whatever faults in his goods he known facts, he should tell all the faults to the bank, that is the bailee. All the faults including not known but existing at the time of bailment, that should also be noted down. So if the bailor knows about any knows about any fault, does not know about any fault, everything should be disclosed by the bailor to the bank. Second is the to bear the expenses. So in case if there is any loss caused to the bailee, that is the bank, due to the fact that there was a fault in the goods and that fault was not disclosed by the bailor, then the bailor will have to bear all the expenses, whether these expenses are ordinary, extraordinary, each and every expense will be borne by the bailor. Next is we have duties of bailee. Duties of bailee comes with the duties of a bank. Now bailee's duty is not to mix bailor's good with that of his own goods or other bailor's goods. So there are so many customers, so it is the duty of a bank not to mix the goods of all the customers with one another. Second is if that bank it mixes the goods of all the customers or bailors, then what the bank will do, bank will have to get those goods separated, and whatever will be the cost of separation, that will be borne by the bank, that is the bailee. So where goods cannot be separated, there the bailor, that is the customer, will be compensated with the loss, whatever is the loss by the bailee. Next is bailee should take care of the goods of the bailor as its own goods. As the bank would take care of its own goods, same way the bailee should take care of, or the bank should take care of the goods of the customer in same sense. Next is the bank should not make any unauthorized use of those goods. Next point, we have the liabilities of a bailee. In case of liabilities of a bailee, liabilities means dendariyan. So first is the bank becomes the custodian. Now the safe deposit box, that sealed box is with the bank. Now the bank is the custodian of that box, and what else? Now bailee is liable for any loss caused to bailor due to his negligence. So if there is any negligence from the bailee's point, if there is any negligence and if there is any loss to the bailor, that loss will be covered by the bank, that is the bailee. Next is the bank should return any increase in goods to the true owner, that is the bailor. So if there are any goods according to the contract, that goods should be kept with the bailee. If there is any increase in the goods, that should be returned back to the bailor. And last is the bailee has to take as much as care of goods as the bank should treat them as its own goods. So that was all about the safe custody of valuables. So we will come up with the next topic, that is locker operations. So thank you so much.